Hello everyone, Praise Good here, and welcome back to more of Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, we finished up Kilton's entire monster photography side quest, and even saw the Leviathan finally. And today, Forest. Alright, Shrine, you big nerd, where's my money? Oh, it's a simple one. I say simple one. Yet, I'm pretty sure the only reason I know how to do this halfway decently is purely because of my time with this game already. Can you go in? Thank you. Now let me in. Are you done over there yet? Holy cow, I'm not going to turn the camera. I'm waiting. I have patience. I like how my patience ran thin the second it was going to happen. I've got decent patience, man. Like, I actually can wait quite some time. Yeah, blame. I say blame. Point to my upbringing and the fact of how much patience I've had, where I've had to basically wait for, in some cases, 3 hours to be told, "Oh, we're not doing that today." I've lost many days to this. Anyway, I think there is a treasure just below us here, so we do have to. Okay, there's a couple things we can do here. One, we can turn the crank. I am going to take a minute to turn the crank like this first. And then, after a few cranks like that, get up there. I'm pretty sure we can use a timer to just go underneath. Not that hard to get at this treasure. Though with how sporadic I spun, Oh, it's safe. With how sporadically I spun that, I wouldn't be surprised if I got myself KO'd in the process. Of course. Here. Drop this one that I'm using. To ya-yeet. There we go. Problem solved. Now, I'm pretty sure a little bit of clever use of Ascend. No? Really? Okay. Well, with that being the case. This way? Yeah, this way. Okay. This is probably like the weirdest way to do this kind of puzzle is to hand crank it like this. There might be a more refined way to do this puzzle, I'll be honest. In fact, I feel like there's definitely some kind of more refined way to do that particular puzzle. But this is the solution I'm coming up with. And again, much like with the writing that I just got done praising a moment ago, not meant to be a pun on my own username. Much like the writing I just got done praising. There's something about the construction of a lot of these shrines where there is a solution. There is an intended solution, and there's even a backup solution almost every single shrine in this game. But even then, the unintended solutions are kind of planned for, and they do be like, you know what, that's fine, go for it, champ. So, knowing probably some smart person out there, I'm pretty sure that particular shrine we just went through, which I should double check before we were done. Like that particular shrine we went through, there's a good chance there's probably a solution to that shrine that is literally just... There's probably is a solution to that shrine where it's literally just somebody could literally put a bomb on a shield and bomb jump and get up to that higher platform that way. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick pit stop in the depths for half a minute. Also, this would be a good time to prepare. Once we get, before you go down the depths, this would be a good time to prepare some gloom recovery items, using Sunderlines basically. Some gloom recovery items and some other health recovery items. And if you feel like going whole hog, would be a good time to make some defense and or offense gear. Because we're gonna have ourselves our first of 2 mandatory Phantom Ganon fights in the game. Keep in mind, I think I've KO'd at least 2 other ones in the game so far. So if you're watching just this series, you've seen me fight it before. But, well, we've, at this point in our jerking, we have definitely taken the time to kill, KO one once, if not twice. Oh, we had to kill one at least once to get the Hyrulean Shield. You look ill. You look a little sickly, my friend. So, we are in Hyrule. We are in the Korok Forest proper at this point. A couple things here with this, and I could be wrong here. There was a way to get to Makar Island in the past. I don't think that's something you can do anymore in Tears of the Kingdom. Even though there's nothing out here, I don't think you can get here. If I'm wrong, hey, comments, you know what to do. Tell somebody on the internet they're an idiot. So yeah, I don't think there is a way to get to Makar Island. But because of the, well, you can kind of see it from inside, because of the black fog surrounding the Korok Forest instead of just the white fog from the last game, there is no way into the Korok Forest like it was back in Breath of the Wild. You actually have to come here from underground. I want to make sure I draw attention to that point, because someone's going to probably be asking, how do you get inside of here, besides going up from the bottom? But everything is rather somber here. None of the Koroks will talk to you. None of the Koroks will talk to you because of the Deku Tree state. I think there might be one that'll talk to you. It might be this. Might be this person on the stump. No, I want to say one person may say something to you in this whole thing. One person may say something to you in this entire locale to, like, give you a hint of what's going on. Is the goddess statue? By the way, there's a goddess statue in the Korok tree, or the Great Deku Tree, if you didn't know. I guess they don't. So yeah, you kind of just come out here and you go, huh, nobody's talking to me. What's going on? It's kind of gloomy, and you come and see, oh, that's a hole in the back. And that is indeed a hole in the back. Which is why I'm going to take a moment. Not a bomb. Oh, I did get a lot of these. Hold on. I'm going to take a moment here and just cook up some... Where's my nanners? Oh, I did get a hardy trout here. I guess I could show this off really quick here. I did sort of a hardy bass. I only have one. Never mind. I'll hold on to it. Oh, never mind. Hardy salmon. Hardy... Oh, I guess they both do it. I did it again. Let me show it off that, like, everything that says hardy in its let me show off that everything that has, like, hardy as its surname, or it has in its title, is meant to be cooked to give you a full heal plus one or plus several if you cook multiple of them. And I want to make sure to take a moment to show it off right now. There you go. But yeah, I do want to take a moment to get my Neaners, which I thought they would be next. I guess they're right here. Have I really defeated that many Yiga Clan members? Well, I mean, I'm going to just cook up several of these, and I may eat one right away. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll try and fight what's coming up here. I mean, I've already spoiled it at this point. I'm not sure why I'm being coy. I'll try and fight one of these, I'll try and fight one of these Phantom Ganon fights without using a attack buff, but knowing me, considering I already have 3-stage attack buff because of my armor, I may go ahead and abuse my armor still, and yeah, just go for the go for the max stat up. But when you think you're ready, I would recommend you make a save at this point, just to be safe. But when you think you're ready, go ahead and take the dive into this hole. So this leads to an area inside of the depths that can only be accessed from here, because there's a solid wall surrounding this. Thankfully, there's not a Lightroot in here, so you don't have to worry about getting in here. But this is basically an arena that you have to dive into. A very small arena, which will have gloom hands. Now, we'll be able to see a very unique interaction involving gloom hands and our friends. Because if you have noticed... Ah, there they are. Because if you have or have not noticed, every single time we have seen gloom hands... Yeah, every single time we have seen gloom hands, they have, there's always been 5 of them. And fighting them by yourself is a pain. Yeah, fighting themselves one-on-one is a... I shot myself. I'm good. You know what? This is now time to do this. But if you have friends, if you have some friends, the gloom hands, they can distract the gloom hands a bit for you. Because the Gloom Hands do have a nasty habit of just grabbing you. Anyway, just out of its range. Now they're down. This, like I said, this is one of 2 required Phantom Ganon fights. And I don't want to eat anything that will override my... I don't want to eat anything that's going to override my buff here. Yeah, I don't want to eat anything that overrides my mighty buff, so to say. So I'm just going to be inoptimal. Ow. Okay, just gotta be very careful of fighting it. Swing, back off. Especially because he's using a heavy-handed weapon, I gotta just swing and back off. Or spin a little bit. Especially because it's using a one-handed weapon, they're very much gonna mollywop me. But if I get that perfect timing, though, watch that health melt. Keep in mind, this is not my strongest weapon. This is just the weapon I'm using because I have it made. Fight me. Swing, miss. Swing, miss. Or not swing, miss. Swing, hit. Okay. I took damage. Didn't get blighted, though, weirdly enough. Hold that. And died. I have to start this fight over. There we go. Just had to take a non-commentated crack at it. But defeating that particular Phantom Ganon, like I said, if you're, I know I said it was required, but it's not necessarily required to beat the game. Reiterating a point I've said at least 3 times now. The moment you get off of the tutorial island, however you get off of that tutorial island is another matter entirely. However you get off of the tutorial island, you can go from that second to Hyrule Castle, way down the depths where I said don't go unless you want to finish the game. You can go down there and finish the game in that exact second. Great Deku waiting for you in the Korok Forest. That's great. Oh. I have to fly back up there because I didn't do a shrine yet. So I think I've got room for a bow and a sword, which I'll hang on to. And also to look at the bow, it's now power 20 because we have 10 hearts. So like I said, it'll get slowly better as time goes throughout the game. It does also count as a wooden weapon. So to get out of here, I think the best way to get out of here and get back to Deku is actually just to warp up. So, and we can't walk outside, so take a moment to go around, rendezvous around the outside. Did that make sense? No. Should it have? No. Am I saying words? No. It's been 3 years since the accident. You need to forgive yourself. Sorry. That is terrible. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to, by saying that quote-unquote joke, there's going to be that one person that actually has dealt with that will stumble across this video. and have a moment. And I apologize to you for being a terrible joke maker. But if you thought we were done with cutscenes in today's recording session, you'd be wrong. Because now we have to talk to the Great Deku Tree, and the Great Deku Tree must talk for a long time. Oh, we actually have to initiate conversation with him? Right, to initiate conversation with the Great Deku Tree, we actually have to be on top of its roots. But now that we've done this, and after we talk to the Great Deku Tree, it will shift a couple things around in the overall world. And also, well, it'll initiate some side quests here in Korok Forest as well, which I might take a minute and do so. But we'll talk about that after the cutscene. This way I can organize my thoughts in my brain. Ah, so it is you. I must apologize. I am still quite groggy, as though I am awakening from a bad dream. You rid me of that unpleasantness deep within me. Yes, you were the great trouble. You went to great trouble to restore me, and also made trouble in there. Did you start a fire down there? Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Inner arsonist came on. Oh, boy. Thank you. It has been some time since last we spoke. Have you been well? Yes, the last time we spoke. That was when you came here with the princess to retrieve the Master Sword.
It is good to see you, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, and Link, Keeper of the Master Sword. Your blade has been fully restored. Go on then, Link. Draw it once more.
Great Deku Tree, thank you so much.
There is no need for thanks. I merely watched over its renewal.
It is amazing that a sword can heal itself, no matter how badly damaged it becomes.
It can do more than heal. The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes. The potential of this fabled blade may well be limitless. Truly the work of a goddess.
The sword that grows ever stronger. The Master Sword.
But the sword... Sorry, I started doing two things at once again. It would seem that you no longer wield it. Where has it gone? It's on loan. What do you mean it's on loan? To the past? I do not permit the weed outside of my realm. You somehow got handle on it and smoked it. You are that high. That's fair. That's a fair assumption. Good job. Good point. What is it then? Do you not know where the Master Sword is? I see. Yet, I can sense it, even now. There can be no mistake. It's here. In the sky, I feel the Master Sword's presence strongly in this area. But what could this mean? The Master Sword seems to be moving. You may need to be resourceful to reach the sword, but you must find a way. Also, that low battery has totally ruined the moon, hasn't it? Yes, I'm choosing now to fix this problem. Ta-da, problem fixed. Surely the Master Sword is waiting for you, just as you are seeking it. Good timing. Couldn't have waited half a second, controller. So, the Great Deku Tree has given us the task of a main quest of finding the Master Sword. Now, as he said, zoom out, scroll over here. The Master Sword is... It should be moving. I guess time doesn't pass these cutscenes, but yeah, the Master Sword is moving. I'm going to handle everything that's in the Korok Forest first before I do this. But this is now on my itinerary, and I will say, like, in terms of completing this... Excuse me, in terms of completing this main quest, it's going to be a matter of, do I happen to be in the same realm as this quest when I notice that the tracker is nearby? It will be a victim of circumstance that I find it. But I did kind of allude to it. I'm not going to tell you exactly what, but I did allude to this in the past. But I'll tell you that the Master Sword will be moving, and it will go throughout the entirety of Hyrule. I'm kind of tracing its path, but not like perfectly. But yeah, the Master Sword is kind of like meandering across Hyrule in that kind of fashion there. So you will see it at some point in your travels. You will happen across it. Now, that all being said, I do not care for the Master Sword memories. Let's go ahead and mark up all of these. Change all these stamps to this, so I can get keep them on track for things. But things have changed now. The Koroks will talk to you, and because the Koroks will now talk to you, you can now do quests here in the Korok Forest. Also note that if you leave out that way, where that little flying guys, if you leave out that way out of Korok Forest, you will more than likely have it. Why is that heart there, by the way? I don't know why that's hearts there. If you leave out that exit, or this general exit of Korok Forest, you will be teleported directly out to the front exit, so to say. Basically where I have said that you cannot go the normal way to get to Korok Forest. I think the issue is still present, where you cannot get to inside of Korok Forest the way that you could in Breath of the Wild, where you use a torch or something that makes a smoke trail and follow the smoke trail for the true path in. I think they have nixed that entirely in this game, even after the black fog is cleared. But more importantly, because I keep looking at it, hi.
See how we meet again. It's been a while. Finally made to Korok Forest.
So yeah, basically Hestu will go from that one spot that's leading up. We'll go from the one location that's leading up to the Heber region. Then once you get 2 upgrades out of him, he'll go to the Lookout Landing. But once you clear up the black fog here in Korok Forest, Hestu will finally stay here in Korok Forest, because he is a Korok, despite what his size may suggest otherwise. You do. So, 12. Let's see how many of these I can do really quick. I'm going to see if I can do 1 to each. I'm going to see if I can do 1 to each inventory location, just for my own sanity. But I'm going to focus on weapons, because you've seen me fighting. I barely use shields. So, as I go over to shields. Bows. 8? Alright, well, we're done here. So, we need 4 more for a shield, and we'll probably need 12 more for a bow. But the collection is now looking a little more organized at this point. Oh, boy. Well, I have a Korok Seed, has to chill. So let's go ahead and get this particular let's start getting shrines handled here in Korok Forest, because this will net us either 1 full stamina or 1 full heart, regardless of what you choose. There are 4 shrines out here. We'll actually handle all these shrines next time. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you then. Take care.